Well, hello, family, friends, and followers. So, as you know, I am in a new location, and I arrived here last night. Well, in the morning, it was like 1:40. Sorry, I was just outside, so I'm really sweaty. Um, I just I cannot reintegrate this to you. I arrived. I called my plane. I arrived at the destination. The shuttle bus took us to the airport. So this is where you go in, you get your luggage, and you got to get your passport stamped for the location where we are. How come my my visa expired in February? So the guy tells me you can't stay because your visa's expired. I said, well, I thought I have a 90-day visa. I didn't think it started till I came because, as you guys know, when I left Hawaii, I went to India, to New Delhi and Bodh Gaya. And from there, I went to Egypt. And from Egypt, I came here. Final stop for now. And I was so disappointed. And he's like, yeah, you have to get back. I said, what do you mean? I said, how am I supposed to get back? He said, you go back where you come from. And he was telling me how United States has this thing going on where they don't want any the people here and Africans coming there, whatever. So I said, well, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And so he was talking over with another police officer, and then I started getting a little upset because I was like, um, one, Ibrahim Torre posted several videos telling people who are in America to come out of America, come back to the motherland, track your roots, they're going to help you, da da da. So I was a little disappointed. And because I don't speak French and I don't speak the other languages that are here, I only know English. So then there's a little form of mockery because they know that I don't know, and they saying they don't understand me and I don't understand them. I know the answer no. And I know get back on that plane. I said, what do you mean get back on the plane? Like, so anyway, long story short, this is where the point that I really have to declare to you. God is so awesome. So I just told him, he said, well, what are you doing here? Why are you here? And I said, well, I came. He said, you come, you work? I said, no. Where do you work at? I said, I don't. So why are you here? So basically, you're taking up our resources. I wanted to say, well, considering you're a third world country, y'all probably need all the help and financing y'all can get. Any money I spend here is going to be welcome. So anyway, I'm disappointed at this point. And then I shut down and I just said, let me pray. Let me go to my Father in heaven. Because if he said I can come here and I could be here, I don't see why I have to be turned around. So I started praying. And so they went and got a lady security, and she came and she was pointing and asking him, is it me? I said, yeah, I'm the one. So what, y'all finna escort me out of the airport? Like, I mean, come on, really? Like, if you guys knew who I was and you knew the consequences of what's going on, you would not be making this decision right now. I assure you, you would change your mind and do so quickly. So since I can't get you to manually change your opinion, your time, your heart, I pray to God. When I tell you that Jehovah God does not sleep, Yahweh, Allah, whatever name you know him by, he is a living spirit. I sat down, they looking at the paper, they discussing it, they talking, 3 or 4 people. My passport is, they're writing down all this stuff, basically letting me know that I was being deported out of there and I couldn't stay. So I didn't let it bother me. I just said, you know what? It is what it is, and if it's the Lord's will, then I'll go back to Egypt or I'll go to India. I don't know what I'll do for the night or the next couple of days. So getting past that, because I'm long-winded and I want this to be a short video. So the Lord appealed to this captain, and next thing I know, he's telling me, Okay, you can stay. I said, wait, what did you say? He said, you can stay. I guess he seen me over there praying, and I had, I said, are you kidding? He said, no. He said, I'm gonna let you stay. I said, Allah is so good. This is the power of prayer. This is the power of God. This is, you have to really, no matter how tough things are. And you guys, if you've been following my story, I've had so many situations where I've missed the airplanes. Uh, things have happened. I even had a stroke most recently. So, but I didn't give up, and I don't give up. Now, I got my way. I was able to stay. Now I'm trying to get a taxi cab, and I'm trying to use my bank card to get money out, because here in Egypt, sorry, here in this part of Africa, you have to have francs. So now your money, your U.S. money, has to be converted to the currency that is here. And different parts of Africa have different currencies. So don't think this represents all of it, because it does not. I was in Morocco and Casablanca, totally different currency. So yeah, these are things you need to be aware of if you're planning the trip in these regions over here. So anyway, I got a taxi. My card is not working. The machine's not working. Taxi driver wants to charge me to take this trip. So he goes from 5,000 to, I was like, 5,000? Like, that's too much. I said, no, go ahead. I just get somebody else. And he said, where you go? Where you go? So I told him the hotel, the name of the hotel. Oh, yeah, that's down the street. It's right. I know. Do you not know I got in the car with this man? He loaded my luggage and stuff and took me to a whole different hotel and got upset. And I was like, this is not it. He went in and got the guy. Guy came out. And I was thinking that this is how they work people. I said, no. And he said, I know you're tired. So you just paid me 3,000. I'll just charge you 3,000. So the guy standing there, I'm like, they really think they finna hustle me. I said, no. Why would I pay you? This is not the name of the hotel, and you told me you knew where you were going. I don't know this place, so you're a taxi cab driver. I thought you would know. So basically, you want me to give you money for driving me over here to see your friend, and then what? Drop my luggage? I don't think so. Take me back to the airport. I'll find somebody that speaks my language. So, long story short, this hasn't been short at all. Do you not know the place that I had reservations is like 24 minutes away from the airport? So now this different driver, so he went and looked it up on his phone. He found it, and the man was like, I called it, it didn't work, and it's not it. I said, you have called the wrong number. I'm telling you, I have reservations. I know, and they know I'm coming, so on and so forth. So the other man, he took his time. He went on, looked on it, looked on his maps, and anyway, he found it. Now he wants to charge me 7,000 to take me straight to this hotel, so on and so forth. And that's very far. It's not close by. And so the other guy keeps sweating me. Well, you can give me 3,000. You give it to him, and he'll give it to me. I said, you must be crazy. No, because you want me to give you 3,000, and he's asking me for 7. So what? I'm supposed to take and pay you and pay him? I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. He at least found a place and is showing me on his phone. So obviously he knows where it's at, and that's a big difference. Long story short, this man takes me all the way to this place. Now, mind you, I arrived here at 1:40. Now it's going on 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I done went from plane to plane. And so, come to find out, the amount that he took me to the hotel, which was far, I told him, no, I think I'd rather have something closer to the airport, because one, if it's going to cost me 7,000 every time, and there's hardly nobody out here where I was at, I felt like I was going out of town. So anyway, he agreed he'd bring me back closer into town. And so, long story short, we're going to hotels. Now, $100 here is worth 50,000. Now, I'm thinking I'm rich. Oh, I didn't hit the jackpot. I'm gonna be doing really good over here in Africa. Do you not know the rooms that I looked at and places he took me, they were like 22,000 a night. And I was like, I wonder how much is that in US money. Either way, I just spent my last $100, so I have no money to be splurging. I don't have enough money to pay for my whole month like I was gonna. The other place I was gonna pay for 19 days, but I didn't know once I converted my money into their money, my money is not as worth as much as I thought. And if you can only pull out like 50,000, and if the room is 22, you got 2 nights that I can stay. So bear with me, hang in there with me, pray for me, please, just have the faith that I have, and just put in extra prayer for me during this time, because after 2 days, I don't know what I'm gonna do. My family most recently, pretty much, after the stroke, they came up with a lot of money, had to pay family members, and so I don't even feel comfortable letting them know or asking them, and they know how bad it is, how much I really want to be here. So I don't know how the Lord is going to work this out. I'm just confident that if I have to get a tarp and live outside or somewhere, I guess I will. Maybe I'll take the items that I brought, and maybe I'll, open up something and start selling stuff from Egypt and stuff that I have. I don't know, but I am not finna turn around. I will find a way, and the Lord will make a way for me. Stay faithful, stay prayed up, and as always, love, light, and energy going out to you. Prayers and enlightenment. Amen.